Hey there! So today we'll be actually re-recording a video, specifically the video about nameplates. Also, you might notice no voice modulator. I just don't like how it sounds with the Quest Pro. But let's get right into things. Hi. So, if you don't want to watch the entire 9-minute video, there's going to be a quickie towards the end of it with a little mark to jump to it. So, since I already have a custom nameplate here, we'll actually have to use a different avatar, which is this little sphere here. So I'll hop into the sphere, and now you'll see that I actually have a default nameplate. Now, I'm going to actually reach up and select it. If you don't have that show up here, you can actually go to your dashboard, the big menu, go to home, and at the right top, you'll have nameplates, which you probably have to set to none or context. What was it called? Non-context. Sorry, not context only. That would be the other way around. If you have it set to non-context, it'll not show your own plate. If you have it set to hide, it'll not show your own plate. You have to set it to all to actually see your nameplate. And the thing is, you don't want to have use default nameplate enabled because otherwise that's going to override while we're working on it. So just have it set to allow custom nameplates while we work on this. Now, once we select it and actually use our little dev tool to open it up in the inspector, we'll quickly make it so that the nameplate will be the exact same as a normal nameplate, but just be able to be saved to your avatar, because by default, if you save this, you won't actually have the nameplate saved. So we'll scroll all the way down, and we'll see here a position at user, which references your user, and a value user override, as well as a look at user. Now, these three things are actually the reason why we need to attach a component here, and that is the users, common avatar system, avatar user reference assigner. Now, once we have that, we'll add two references into the list. We'll grab the target user for the position at user, put that into the first slot, and then we'll grab the user from the bag here and put that in the second slot. One more thing that you have to do is you have to make sure that on the value user override here, the persistent override is actually enabled. If it's not, this little entry here is going to disappear when you save the avatar. Now, once we've done this, it's going to work the exact same way as when you spawn into your avatar with a default nameplate. So we'll go back out into your user root, grab the name badge, drop it into the avatar, and I'm going to save the avatar now. You can do this either by hopping out of the avatar, grabbing it, and clicking Save to Inventory, or by just going into your dashboard and clicking Save Avatar. Now, once we've done this, I'm going to actually re-equip the avatar and go back into the avatar here, and you'll see name badges in here now. But since we usually, don't want to work on an avatar we're actively wearing, I'm going to re-equip my other avatar now, my default avatar. Now that we have this little orb here like this, you can see that the nameplate actually changed when we dequipped. It is now all these little dashes. So we'll select those and open it in the inspector. And first things first, I'm going to move this around a bit so you can examine it a little bit nicer. There we go. So now, first we want to change the text it displays, so we'll just change that to meow, because why not? And now it says meow, but it's still gray, because by default, when you dequip the avatar, the nameplate actually resets to be colored like this, 0, 0, 0, and 0.5, which is incredibly dark and also transparent at the same time. So it makes it incredibly difficult to work with. I'm going to move this a little bit closer so you can give it a better look. There we go. Now we just have one component visible at a time. So I'm going to reset this to be a 1 by just clicking it and changing the number. And we'll change this, and this to 1 as well. So now it's white because we changed the RGB value to 1. After doing this, we scroll further down and we can see here that we have the text onlet material. Now, if you want to change the color, I suggest you actually use this here. So you can use for example, the color here to change it to red. And then we can use the outline color here and change that to green. And background color, in most cases, you probably want to set it to transparent and disable auto background color. And yeah, if you scroll a little bit lower on the same component, you'll also be able to change the face dilation, the outline thickness, and the face softness. If you want to make a very blurry font, well, there you go. You can make your nameplate super blurry. But yeah, if we go even lower, we'll actually find out something very, very important, and that is this avatar name tag assigner. Now, this component is actually what tells the game that a nameplate is in fact a nameplate. The first part here of it is actually what sets your name when you equip the avatar. Now, since we want this to stay meow, we need to get rid of that, otherwise it's going to reset meow. Then the color target here is going to change the color of the actual overall nameplate. And we don't want that, so we get rid of it. The outline target does the same, but for the outline, so we want to get rid of that as well. And now, if we save this once more to inventory, and can get rid of it and spawn it back out, you'll actually see the nameplate is still here. It's the exact same color, and it's right in the same position. If I equip it now, you'll see that it won't have reset its value. If I find, there we go. If I find my preview here, you'll see that this is still red and green, and it's still in the same position, and it still moves with me properly. Now, I'll go over one more thing, and that is custom fonts. So if I hop out of this again, and then move it back over here, and we inspect it again, I can show you that on your text renderer here, we have this part here called font. If you import a font such as an OTF file, you can just simply click onto that font part, and now you have a font here. Now, if your font doesn't support all the characters that your name uses that you want, what you can do is you can also grab the thing that it currently says in here, which is font chain, drop it onto empty space and click copy component. And when we scroll to the very, very bottom now, there will be this font chain here. Now, what this does is that it'll take the main font here, and if that main font is missing a character, it'll check the bottom fonts here in sequence for those missing characters. So if any of the characters are missing in the main font, it'll take them from the sub fonts. So since we want a custom font, we'll just put that one right in there. And then we grab the font chain, go back up to where it said font, and we drop the font chain on there instead. And boom. Now, if I use a character that actually doesn't exist in this font, like a dash, it'll actually still have the dash. Now, this is positioned a little bit low for that font specifically, but it's better than not having it at all. Also, stuff like plus and equals, they're also not in this font. So, yeah. That pretty much covers everything. Now, the last thing to always remember, every single time you change anything on your avatar, grab the object. If you're working on it spawned out, or if you're working on it equipped, go to your dashboard inventory, click Save Avatar. If you have it spawned out like this, just open your context menu and click Save to Inventory. Very important, because you do not want to lose anything you work on, of course. But yeah, that covers nameplates, and should be entirely feature complete now. I hope you have a nice day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hey there. So, here's the Quickbit. First, we go to third person and we hop into a new avatar that has no custom nameplate. I'll select it and I'll open it up. I'll go back into Smooth POV. And then on here, we will quickly change the name here for preview purposes to PO Photo. Then we'll actually change the size a little bit to 1. We'll go down here. We'll remove the label target, we'll remove the color target and remove the outline target. Then we want to attach a component to this. It's going to be a common avatar system avatar user reference assigner. We'll add 2 references in here. We'll grab the position at user target user, put that into the reference, and we'll grab the value user override user and put that into the reference. Then we want to enable persistent overrides on the value user override. Now we can change the color here to red, and we can change this color here to green. This is the regular color and the outline color, and the background color will change to transparent and disable the auto background color. At the very top, we have our font chain here. We'll grab our custom font Asteri, put that into it here, and there we go. Now we have a static font here. Then we simply just go back up, grab the name badge, go to avatar, drop it into avatar, make sure the name badge is in avatar. Once that is the case, we go to our inventory and we click save avatars because we're currently wearing it. If we then spawn it out, you can see that it's actually on there. Photo. See you next video.